would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody ready for Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Better be ready.
Well, there's probably some more cooking to do, some more fattening up to get ready for Thanksgiving. So there are munchies up here if anybody would help me out, please. And public comments.
No.
Hearing none. Mr. Selectman, would you care to discuss the October 25th minutes?
The one thing I had was, I'll leave it as is. Let's see. So I move to accept the minutes as presented.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, how about the minutes for November 8th?
Make a motion to accept as presented.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Moving right along. Mary Lou?
That was quick.
Oh, hey. Everybody's ready for Thanksgiving.
So I have one check to be signed and some bills. I'm going to leave the check for the trust funds to be approved at the end of the meeting, but here are the other ones. This first one is the software support for the tax collector portion of Avatar software. Remember, there's two halves to the bill,
right,
and it did go from $12.52 to $13.23.
Okay. No surprise.
I'm going to go back to W.
Bill, you had asked, I do have tonight the papers from Meredith Village Savings Bank, what we used to call signature cards. And so I'd like to have those signed by the selectmen at the end of the meeting. And Bill, you had asked at one of the budget committee meetings to know how many people were using, how many residents are using the Wolfboro Recreation Program. And I emailed Ethan Hipple, who's the director of that. He indicated there are 106 individual Brookfield residents who have registered for programs, events, and season passes. 41 people from Brookfield have season passes at Pop Whalen and Abenaki, and 50 people have registered for individual programs.
Good, thank
Which
you.
I thought was a good
That was a good number, yes.
number.
Good.
It is.
Yeah. That was nice of him. I told him we were meeting tonight and asked if he could get me a response.
And you did.
Yeah, that was nice.
Is this the first half of this guy's bill or second half or?
We've paid about $2,000 so far. It was the original estimate was for $10,000.
Right.
So this is the next, this takes it up to about $6,000. But the report is done for Salmon Falls.
Okay.
So I don't expect another bill.
And this
Okay.
is incremental payment.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, the 6 hours of work is Yep, but that's part of the contract.
Yep.
No problem.
And this is the last quarter for this year's appropriation. And then I have for each of you, when we were at the last, I have new October information.
Okay.
It doesn't include the budget, but I noticed some problems with some of the accounts, so I just fixed them so that they're actually.
And are we on track for the moving of the money from the trust funds?
You can go
Back
on
and forth.
Clifton's inbox.
I will.
Thank you.
We need to review it after at the close of the meeting tonight, because we need to review it.
Okay.
We'll say that.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
on this budget information that you gave us through October 31st, that does not include monies that we still have to put into trust.
No.
And about how much is that?
I anticipate giving the trust a check for $59,000 and getting back $80,000 from them.
Okay. I just wanted to...
Isn't that a good plan? I thought it was fair.
Do you mind if I discuss that end figure?
No.
What I'm trying to get at is we have to give the trustee of the trust fund a certain amount of monies at the end of the year, and likewise they have to give us certain, such as if we have an expendable trust and we spend money, they have to take it out of their fund and give it to us. It's an accounting thing. But as of October 31st, we were authorized to expend $773,000 in round figures. We've actually spent $561. We're $202,000 under budget, or 26% under budget. So we've got 26% of our budget left to run 2 months. Should be pretty good. Famous last words.
So we have a snowstorm coming, famous last words.
That's it for now. We'll be
And it's
back.
important that we switch the money for the trust funds before in previous years, we've run into problems where the different people have been on vacation, etc., and the money was not switched by the end of the year, by December 31st. And that just messes everything up bookkeeping-wise. And we've tried, and the board has tried to make sure that they stay on top of getting the money both directions before that deadline, because if somebody doesn't submit their time that they're due for this year and they wait till next year, it just throws everything out of whack, and it's really not fair. So
Right now, it looks like it's under control. The tax collector is sitting at home, stuffing envelopes right now. Our tax bills should be in the mail tomorrow morning.
Oh, joy.
That's for celebration.
I thought you'd want to know that.
open on Black Friday, you know, if you're.
And I was a little slow getting my input into Sue Jalbert, but she got the job done, and the newsletter is printed and is being folded for inclusion with the tax bills. Got it done. I ran out of steam there for a while, I know. Town clerk, anything? No. Administrative assistant?
No.
Assessor clerk?
Nope.
Pretty quiet.
We might set a record here. Ag Commission, Clifton's not here. Anybody aware of anything there? Comeau.
So waiting for maps that they promised me that we could show exactly, that we could put on the website to show what areas are covered. I'm not holding my breath. It's been 6 weeks or so, no, but this is normal.
Yeah. Cemetery trustees.
Yes. I would like to give a progress report on the situation up at the cemetery, namely in regards to the 2 maple trees that need attention. And what needs to be done, I will discuss the specifications, and they are as follows. The maple trees, the 2 maple trees need to be cut they are endangering, they need attention, they're endangering the stones in the cemetery. But what needs to be done is to cut the firewood into 16-inch lengths for pickup outside the wall for whoever wants it. First come, first served. Remove all other wood, both rotted or unusable, from the site. Grind the stumps as much as possible and leave the area clean and tidy, and must provide the town with current insurance coverage. Now, there is also the issue of concern about replacing any damaged markers if this is done. Now, the key players in this are 4 people. One is Ernie Kriete, K-R-I-E-T-E, Kriete, I guess you pronounce his name, but he has not responded to this challenge after being contacted. Another person, Tim Mason, which I got from Bill Nelson, he was contacted. He looked at the site. He got back with us and he said that number one, he wouldn't send anybody in there. He wouldn't send his worker because it was too dangerous, that the innermost tree. And he also said, you know, you better get on this because that tree just may fall with the first snowstorm, and I understand we've got a snowstorm coming, so that we need to start acting quickly. The third person that was contacted was Doug Royal. He gave us a document that says basically that he would take down the 2 maple trees, cut and leave the firewood, remove brush and debris, but he was not going to take his machinery into the cemetery for that innermost maple tree because he didn't want to damage it. So the stump grinding would not be included. And he gave us a bill for $1,200.
Is that for both trees?
That's for both trees. Yes.
But he just wouldn't grind the second tree?
I don't think
yes.
he's going to grind it all.
He wasn't going to grind the other one. That's clarification. Okay, he wasn't.
But he wouldn't take his equipment in for the second tree. I'm confused now.
Well,
To grind.
to grind, the wheels and stuff might tear things up, that's
Okay.
all.
Right.
And I have that, I'll pass it, but he's the only one who gave us documentation, Doug Royal, and his price was $1,200. Now, the fourth person was Eddie Nason, and at a previous meeting, Eddie Nason said he could do the job. At that time, I think we talked about the concern that this was a special road, scenic, thank you, a scenic road, but that has been proven not to be the case, so we don't have to deal with the scenic road and go through the town committee that's responsible for that, so we're free from that. But Eddie Nason said he would look at this again and maybe get back with us Thursday. So that is the progress report, and here is, I'm going to give you what Doug Royal gave us in terms of the document. He's the only one that gave us the document, so you can take a look.
Would it be possible if whoever's chosen, I don't know what the inside of that tree is going to be, all rotted, or it's going to be solid, but if it happens to be solid, since these are large trees, that they, you know, take a 1-inch slice that we can somehow maybe use for something, or I don't know, could be used in some way, somewhere, even as a learning activity, and put it over in the schoolhouse. But if they could just take a 1-inch slice of that tree, if the inside's good, and this tree's probably 100 years old or something, it looks like they're pretty old, and maybe we could do something with it.
I know Doug Royal has done that for me on job sites before, so I
It
don't.
would take them 2 minutes, I mean, just.
Right, right.
You mean like a longitudinal cut as opposed to a cross-sectional
Right.
cut?
Right. Well, what do you think?
Cross-section. Well, so he's going
Right.
horizontally.
Big wheel, like.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you
can
have
see-
a big wheel, yeah.
So you can see the grain.
so you can see the grain and stuff, and then we could tell the